I am a firm believer of earning your spot. Like, is playing against the best and everybody who's available, and then earning your spot. And you know, with Auckland Rugby, like, I wasn't a name in high school, so I came out of high school and played in club rugby. And when I would see dudes who are names in high school, and they come out and get Auckland shots early, and they're put into Auckland systems early, it used to fuck me off, man. And so I used to target them. I used to fuck them up. So I didn't like that system where people would be just brought in, having not shown anything yet, and that, you know, against those who have been there, working hard. I'm not a fan of that. But at the same time, they've spent $8 million on him.
Yeah.
Right? You don't fucking spend $8 million and let it sit on the shelf. When you buy something that much, which is why Roger Tuivasa-Sheck got a shot, which is why Benji got brought into the squad. When you pay shitloads of money for a player, you got to use it.
Yeah.
Because that's what you bought. So they've spent $8 million on him. They have to let him play. And good for him. Good on him. You fucking go make your coin. You go take your opportunity. But I also understand players who will not get that opportunity, who are there playing fullback like, fuck, I've been an assistant for 10 years. Playing for New South Wales, getting benched for him. So, I mean,
it's a continual thing with Australian rugby. They've done this many times before. Wendell Sailor, Lottie Tikeri, many times where they've
some of them have worked too. Yeah,
some of them have worked. But it also speaks to the quality of their actual rugby. I don't know how much you know of Australian rugby, but when I was living there, I got to work alongside an uso by the name of Ange Mariner, and he ran a publication called Pacific Illustrated, just by himself, a social media page that he started. He's an amazing photographer, and then he was able to get like the access to all the games. So we went around Australia watching all the test matches, but their thing was the NRC, which is their ITM Cup.
Yes.
And I watched the games, and if I'm being honest, bro, like nothing on New Zealand.
Oh, but to be honest, there's no competition like New Zealand.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a hard thing to compare.
When I was talking to him about it, he was saying the talent is in Australia,
right?
But we've also read articles about how all the talent gravitates towards rugby league, and there's like separatism at like a real grassroots level where rugby in Australia still carries the stigma of privileged private school.
It's an elite.
It's an elitist thing where you're going to get a scholarship to go to the school, whereas rugby league's out in the hood, it's out in the streets, kids play it everywhere, it's for everyone.
Right, it's still a class thing, eh?
It's a class thing, and I think that's it's kind of sad because now you get to this point where like, let's pluck the guys from the streets that have already played NRL and let's give them $8 million when then you got the other players that haven't. So it's interesting, eh?
No, that's awesome what you say, and it speaks to the quality. Like you just said, like because it's a privilege-based sport, these leagueies can come in and fucking dominate. Yeah. Like they always play good. Like you said, Wendell Sailor, Lottie Tikeri, Matt Rogers, Folau Israel, fucking carved it. Like, and it's like they should be coming in like, man, these guys are awesome. I can't even make it. But they're coming in and playing for Australia shitloads of tests.
Yeah.
You know, all of them are coming in and that speaks to the quality of the privileged sport of rugby. And I think rugby know that. That's why they go buy them.
Yeah.
You know, and give them shitloads of money. But you look at the amount of test matches that Wendell's played, Lottie's played, Folau, shitloads.
Yeah.
It's not like they come
60,
in
70 plus. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's not like Rogers won, I think, 1 or 2. You know, Benji, I don't think he got one. So,
no, he didn't.
Yeah, which speaks to the quality of, like you said, like the Australian rugby quality.
At a very grassroots level, eh?
Yeah, you know, that privilege. See, privilege and class, it doesn't guarantee shit.
Yeah.
And these leagueies can come in and dominate. So, fuck, good on them. Get your cash. Go, fuck it. Take whatever avenue you can get. Fuck it.
What's your predictions of him, like, from what you've actually seen? Like, obviously, rugby's an entirely different game, but from what you've seen of Joseph...
he's young. He'll be fine. He's massive steps. He's like
freaky.
Israel. And that was pretty cool. Like, he said that he's been mentored by Israel as well.
Yes,
and some people were saying, oh, that's controversial because of the... the biblical, I'll say biblical because I don't want to say homophobic and all that transphobic.
Yeah.
The biblical takes that Israel has had and people have now tried to associate. Remember we talked about this? Like if you stand next to someone, that means you said what they said.
It's like parenting in a way. It's just like, you choose to listen to their advice. Like you can choose to act on it and you can choose not to act on their advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm sure he's got a brain and he can choose.
Yeah, and so people are trying to associate him with all of what Folau has said, but I think Folau in terms of rugby is a great mentor. He's a great mentor. He knows same size.
Should be one of the best.
Yeah, same size, and just bro, he's like perfect. Like physically, genetically, massive hops, strong step. He seems smart, seems intelligent.
You said the same thing about Sonny Bill Williams hanging around the Muslims, Anthony Mundine, and a lot of the Aboriginal Muslims.
Right. They
said the same thing, like, oh, he's hanging around those guys. It's bad.
But it was such a blessing for Sonny Bill.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he got into trouble. Remember in the toilets?
Yep.
He had alcohol a lot, and being Muslim, that's it. Alcohol out of the system.
Yep.
And what a career.